Hi friends, Naji here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing on Google Anti-Gravity. We will be covering what is Google Anti-Gravity, and we will be installing the IDE, and we will be running some applications with respect to using the Google Anti-Gravity. So Google actually shocked entire tech world by introducing Google Anti-Gravity, which may look like Visual Studio Code IDE or Cursor IDE, but it is more than that. It's completely agentic framework or complete agentic IDE. So this helps us for the planning, coding, testing, and everything that is related to the application development. And it's changed lives of each and every developers. Developers can't be a normal developers anymore because the normal developer activity, coding, and are rearranging and everything will be done by the Google anti-gravity IDE. But the developers has to be maybe a project coordinator or architect or project manager, something like that, with respect to the application development. Okay, so rest of things will be handled by the Google anti-gravity. So that is what the industry is going to. So the name is actually interesting, right? So Google anti-gravity. Okay, so we know that gravity is something that is pull. I mean that is rigid, and that is pull us to the down, right? So that is gravity hold us, right? So this is opposite to that, right? So what I mean is they may be thinking like it is actually changing entire development cycles. Okay, ups and down, right? So that may be the reason they may have selected the name anti-gravity. Okay, now let's start installing it. So currently I'm using a Mac machine. So I have in my browser I have typed like antigravity.google, and here we can see the download for Mac. So let's click on it. So here we can see the Mac OS. So let's download it. I believe I have already downloaded it. Okay, so here you can see it's already downloaded. Okay, now I can move to the application. Okay, so the installation is completed. Now I just open the anti-gravity. So this is the first screen that we are seeing. So let's click on the next, and here I can click on start fresh. Let's click on it, and for the time being let me select the light screen, so which will help us to see the screens very well. So let's go back, and here we can see different options like agent driven development will be there, agent assisted development is there, review driven development is there, custom configuration is there. So we will be going to the agent assisted development. Here we can see different options can be seen here. Terminal execution policy, so we have set it to auto, and this can be off, like then agent will not be execute anything. If we put it turbo, like most of the cases it will execute all the terminal commands. So similar to that, here we can see the review policy. We set it like a agent decide, or we can say always agent will not ask for anything, he will execute it, or it will always request for the review. Okay, and the similar to that, it will there are a few options with respect to the JavaScript execution also. Okay, so currently we are setting it as auto. Let's click on next. Okay, now click on next, and there is an option to sign into Google. So let's click on it. So we are going to sign into our account. Okay, do you want this page to open the activity? Yes. Okay, now let's go back to our anti-gravity IDE. So this is the next screen that we are seeing. We am accepting the terms, everything. Okay, now here we can see IDE homepage can be seen here. Now let's go back and just click on this open agent manager. Okay, so once this is done, here we can see few menus. So here we can see the inbox will be there, and we can see a start conversation will be there, and here we have option to open namespace will be there. Okay, so let's click on next, and here I can open a local folder. So let's click on a local folder. I'm going to select this is my local folder. Okay, let me allow. Yes, trust. Okay, so we can see some inbox is there. Inbox is kind of a history that we can see all the conversation with respect to that we have done with the agent. And the workspace, you know that it's a workspace, and we can have a playground is there. Okay, so there is one more feature is the browser. Okay, So anti-gravity has its own browser, and it will be used for testing the applications. Okay, so we'll see how can we install the browser there. For that, I can type go to antigravity.google. Let's type this. Okay, so this will ask us to install the browser, examine the website, and it is in the thinking mode. Okay, now it says anti-gravity would like to use the browser. Okay, so set up the browser. So it's actually launching the browser, you can see, and I can install the extension. So let's install the extension. Okay, now add it to Chrome. So anti-gravity browser is installed. Okay, that's good. Agent need your input. So just go back and see what is the input agent is needed. Okay, let's do always. So now we can see it is opening a browser and it is going to antigravity.google, but there is no website like that. Agent need your support is needed. Let's go back. It says agent need a permission to act on antigravity.google. Okay, allow. Okay, in the right side we can see agent is using the browser. We can see some details here, right? And left side we can see what all things it's using, and it's thinking. And here we can see the view part. Okay, see, it can be seen like the details of what it is doing. It's kind of a artifact it is creating. Okay, so it's actually opened the browser and it's there in the anti-gravity there. Okay, view, and it's still thinking, confirming the image content. Let me know if you. So it says that I have navigated to google.com, connect to the platform like antigravity.google.com. It appears to be the home screen for Google Anti-Gravity, the next generation IDE. The page features the download for Mac OS, and so everything it is related to what it's seen in this home page. Okay, so it's giving us a summary of what it is doing. Okay, now we can see how can we create a real application for this. For that, I have a set of statement is there. So let me copy this. Okay, and let paste it here. So this is I got it from a tutorial point of view, and this is not what I have created my own. Okay, so it actually says I would like to generate a website that is a one-day technical conference information site. The website should be have the following functionality, like a home page that shows the current date, location, and the schedule of a timetable. So this is something with respect to a schedule creating for some conference. Okay, so let's see how this is going to create. Okay, so I'm just giving the command, and let's see how this works. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, I may pause for some time, but we'll see like initial process what it does. Okay, we can see it is processing the request, and it is checking our folders, right? Desktop.tet is the folder that you have created. Actually, I misspelled this tet. It should be like test, and it is giving us some task. So let's see the task. Okay, planning, create implementation plan, get user approval, and set up, initialize the project structure. And this is the task plan it is going to execute. We can see the front end, and if you need to do some kind of a comments, we will able to do these comments here. Okay, so for the time, like, I will not touch anything. Let's see how this works. And it will do the verification, and it will do the documentation and launch. So this is the basic step it is executing. Okay, so this is the normal development cycle that we do, right? Okay, so it's doing everything for us. There are options like we can parallelly execute the different things that we can discuss in our coming videos. Okay, I don't want to pause it for now. Let's if anybody want to skip it, just skip and go to the final part. But others, if you want to see, like, just watch it, what all things it does. This will complete maybe in a couple of minutes. and here we can see it is creating the HTML, CSS, JS files, and it's creating the index.html, style and script and task, everything. Okay, it's now it is going to the URL. Okay, so now it's asking for some kind of a permission. Okay, let's allow this. Okay, we can see it's actually created a beautiful website for us. Okay. And it is now, the website creation part is done. Now anti-gravity is testing that, right? It is checking the search is working fine. We can see different things, right? Inputting the text, getting dog. Okay, that's why I said in my introduction, the developer's role is definitely we have to change the developer's role. Like everything will done by the anti-gravity, then the developers will be like a managing, or they are architecting, or they are actually coordinating the project with anti-gravity. Okay, so let's go back to the IDE. Let's see. Rendering playbacks and thinking 6 times, examine the API logic. I have been examining the behavior when the search bar is cleared. The issue is not the issue. Okay, it says something in the verification. I have completed the backend and the front ground. The verification. So it's actually doing the verification also. Now it is doing the documentation part. Okay, now it says I have successfully built and verified the Google Cloud Tech Dev website. You can find the source code in GCP instructions, the README file. So it says everything. Now walkthrough of the completed conference page. Let's open it. Okay, so here we can see what all things it has done, right? It is backend is there, and app.py, and it has a dummy data will be there, and it has a front end is created, and search is there, and verification is done, and below is the verification result. Okay, it's actually giving us a test report also. See, it's very easy, right? Now what we can do, we can check like one more thing here. In each step we can see like what it does. Okay, everything can be recorded here, and here we have a IDE option is there. Okay, let's see. Let me review the changes. Here we can see the review the changes. Open the back. Now let's go back to my my site or my start chart here. Okay, now let's open my IDE. Okay, so if I open my IDE, here I can see a new folder is created, right? GCP conference IDE is created. Here I can see the app.py file can be seen here, right? Then I can see the requirement.txt file. I can accept this one. Okay, do you want to install the recommended Python extension for somehow it is not updated requirement.txt file. I don't know why. We can see that. Here we can see the readme details will be there, and template will be there, and here we can see the JS file and the CSS file is there. Okay, so the good thing is that it is actually creating a good project structure for our project, right? So we can see the static files are in static and templates are in the template folder. Okay. So I believe let me close it, keep in the background. Let's open this. Okay, so here we can see from where I got this editor. So here we can see, if we come to the start navigation, we will able to see the open editor. Just click on this, it will open the normal editor, and we can do necessary modifications here. Let's close it completely. And one more thing I forgot to talk about, and here in the start conversation we will able to see like different models here. I mean GPT-3 Pro is there, Low is there, and Cloud Sonnet 4.5 is there. All those different models can be used for this one. Okay, and when we come to the inbox, okay, as I said, we can see like different activities done by the agent can be seen here in the inbox. Okay, okay, I believe I think we covered what is planned to cover for this video. So in our coming videos, we can discuss more about what we call the Google anti-gravity. So please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.